lawatan ini lebih kepada hala tuju persediaan MSN tahun 2008. Saya juga mengambil kesempatan untuk mengumumkan penunjukan satu jawatan kuasa khas bagi Sukan Olimpik di Beijing, di mana saya akan menjadi pengurusi pada jawatan kuasa ini. Objektif pada jawatan kuasa ini ialah untuk menilai persediaan kita dan apa-apa isu yang perlu dibawa ke tengah terhadap atlet kita yang berada di sana, pertama sekali jenis sukan yang dipertandingkan. Dalam taklimat daripada Datuk Zul pada hari ini memberikan taklimat dari saya tentang status unit-unit di bawah Majlis Sukan Negara dan persediaan mereka, dan juga dibincangkan berkenaan dengan pendekatan-pendekatan baru yang akan diwujudkan oleh Majlis Sukan Negara terhadap unit-unit yang ada di bawah. Dan mereka yang menghadiri jawatan kuasa ini lebih kepada isu-isu yang akan dibawa kepada persediaan atlet Sukan Olimpik Malaysia. Persediaan segala perkara. Masa kita buat Sukan Asia Game di Doha, kita wujudkan satu jawatan kuasa yang sama juga. Dan ahli jawatan kuasa tu mungkin berubah dari sukan, dari pertandingan sukan antarabangsa berubah pada jenis pertandingan sukan antarabangsa. Dan bagi saya dalam Sukan Olimpik ni semua isu perlu kita teliti lah. Bukan saja persediaan atlet, tetapi kejurulatihan, penggunaan sains sukan, kebajikan, strategi-strategi kita juga. Okay, one thing about the aid for sport is always an issue of budget. Although for the Cabinet Committee for Sports, we did mention 35 million. But the funding that we get was quite a rolling, staggered funding, whereby the National Sports Council funding was included with the aid for sport. But we were using the existing funding that we have, and it's called a rolling budget. It's quite normal for government. Now, when you talk about eco sport, are you saying about the development aspect, or you talk about the preparation, high elite aspect, or you speak about the preparation or development towards the elite aspect? The Ministry of Education has come up with a proposal to work together when it comes to the eco sport. The joint committee between both the deputy ministers have already sat and discussed about it. But my personal opinion is the issue now would be the budget for 2008 itself. And I believe the National Sports Council is looking at the other responsibility that they have now. Number one is the elite, number two is the pelapis elite. Pelapis elite and elite unit are looking at all the 26 sports that the National Sports Council is in charge of. But for the 8 core sport, that is 8 out of the 26. So the 8 that goes in the 26 is still counted in the strategy for the 26, whether elite or pelapis elite. I believe that these 18 sports, which is not part of the 8 core sport, should be the one complaining, because they don't seem to be getting a higher amount of funding as compared to the 8 core sports. We are giving privileges to 8 core sport doesn't mean to say that that the our position on 8 core sport is very, very special positioning. It doesn't work that way. The whole idea of 8 core sport is so that the government can focus as far as other programs are concerned. Now, I believe that if there are other government agencies or our government ministries want to develop the 8 core sport with the government, I see that this is something that we want it to work with. Now, on one part, we're looking into elite preparation. We're spending millions of dollars for elite preparation plus with coaching. We're subsidizing association on event management. MSN created Pelapis Elite, that is on Plan B to development elite athlete, which is the backup athlete, which is also under the National Sports Council. Now, I hope at the Cabinet Committee for Sports, when we present the eco-sport budget, I hope that the joint committees of all the ministers would understand the importance of the strategy for the eco-sport. From what we have, what National Sports Council is giving is basically what they're able to give. Whatever we need more, we have to go back to the Cabinet Committee for Sport, because it came from the CAPCOM. Because Aid for Sport was a new proposal, and they gave us a new budget for that. We didn't use the budget we were supposed to have. But in reality, we were rolling the budget that we had. although they mentioned X amount of dollars, we were rolling what we have. So now, even though we can say any amount on paper, we have to be very honest to the association.
Seeing as it's Olympic year this year, now you're decreasing the allotment for the 8 core sports, but if you give for example, if you were to do a long-term thing, say instead of increasing the allotment, you give a sort of incentive, you increase incentive rewards for individual athletes. For example, if they get a gold medal, instead of decreasing an allotment for the 8 core sports, individual athletes' rewards could go up higher in the long run?
Right now, my immediate reaction to your question would be that should not be the most important criteria of any athlete. It's not how much you pay them. It's about doing it for the country, your dignity, the reputation of Malaysia itself. I believe that any financial gain should be subsequent to that. That should not be the most important criteria. I can't go around and say, well, we're going to give you how many X amount of dollars if you get gold. I mean, it doesn't look good. It should be, you get gold, then we know what to do.